G. Evans, forgive again, live again.
It's a liberating experience and being able to forgive someone and forgiving yourself. It's liberating.
Forgiveness will deliver me in 3 dimensions. From what happened, from who it happened with, from when it happened. Because sometimes you'll get free from the what, but the who will still have you bound.
This highly sought-after 4-part message of healing can be yours on CD or DVD. Act now, and we'll include Bishop's book, Healed Without Scars, with your order absolutely free. All yours when you visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480 today.
It's now easier than ever to stay connected with David G. Evans and the Bethany Baptist Church family. Follow the ministry and rejoice in all that God is doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. On Facebook, you'll be up to date on the latest happenings. You can watch our Sunday services on Facebook Live, 8 and 11 a.m. Eastern.
Here comes the power. Hallelujah!
Words of wisdom and encouragement can be found on Twitter, and you'll get up-to-the-minute sermon points as they happen in our weekly worship services. Follow us on Instagram and be blessed by the inspirational and special moments that are highlighted each week, and meet the people who are the heart of our ministry. And if it's video you want, subscribe to the Bethany Baptist Church channel on YouTube. See the celebrations, the special events, and the many, many people who are helping to transform lives one at a time. Stay connected with David G. Evans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and become a member of our broadcast family today.
What if you could make one decision to unleash everything great in your life? Would you do it? Would you say yes? Aren't you tired of your relationships, your health, and so much more suffering because you lack the truth you need to change? The life you desire is within your reach. You can achieve all the success, happiness, and prosperity you deserve by simply learning the secrets that lead to real personal transformation. Change is hard, but not impossible. You just have to make one radical decision to get real. And there's no better authority on the real steps to change than David G. Evans.
Some men trust in chariots. Some men trust in horses. But we will trust in the Lord.
David G. Evans is leading the charge to bring you the power to change your life. He is committed to the mission of helping you transform and become a person of power, and it starts with his all-new system to change your situation. At the centerpiece of this life-altering collection is David Evans' groundbreaking training course. From ridiculous to radical to real, this means war. In this series, you will discover the steps to change. This series includes 2 powerful messages, each on winning the battle in your mind and cultivating a language of faith. That's 4 messages, 4 power-filled hours of material. If you want a better marriage, this series has the answers. If you want to achieve financial independence God's way, the secrets in this series will empower you to make it happen. If you want a life of power, anointing, and influence, this series will show you how to get it, and there's more. You're looking for serious, immediate results, so Bishop Evans will also include one of his best. What if you could make one decision to unleash everything great in your life? Would you do it? Would you say yes? Aren't you tired of your relationships, your health, and so much more suffering because you lack the truth you need to change? The life you desire is within your reach. You can achieve all the success, happiness, and prosperity you deserve by simply learning the secrets that lead to real personal transformation. Change is hard, but not impossible. You just have to make one radical decision to get real. And there's no better authority on the real steps to change than David G. Evans.
Some men trust in chariots. Some men trust in horses. But we will trust in the Lord.
David G. Evans is leading the charge to bring you the power to change your life. He is committed to the mission of helping you transform and become a person of power, and it starts with his all-new system to change your situation. At the centerpiece of this life-altering collection is David Evans' groundbreaking training course. From ridiculous to radical to real, this means war. In this series, you will discover the steps to change. This series includes 2 powerful messages, each on winning the battle in your mind and cultivating a language of faith. That's 4 messages, 4 power-filled hours of material. If you want a better marriage, this series has the answers. If you want to achieve financial independence God's way, the secrets in this series will empower you to make it happen. If you want a life of power, anointing, and influence, this series will show you how to get it, and there's more. You're looking for serious, immediate results. So Bishop Evans will also include one of his best-selling messages called Weapon of Warfare. This classic teaching will build you up to start fighting in the spirit for what you deserve. This powerhouse collection, from ridiculous to radical to real, and Weapon of Warfare, will give you all the biblical strategies you need to change anything in your life. This collection will ship to you immediately with your gift today to David G. Evans Ministries. This ministry is revolutionizing the kingdom by empowering believers. Souls are being saved daily, and we need your help to grow this impact in a real way. Call now and sow your seed of just $35 for your transformation to help people around the world. Your $35 love gift goes straight to the front lines of ministry, providing help to those that need it most. Call now. Make the decision to get the power you need to change your life forever.
Good morning, everyone. Praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device at David G. Evans 1. That's at David G. Evans, the #1. Won't you call someone, share with someone, tweet someone, inbox somebody, get them on the phone, text them, whatever you got to do. Let them know On Point is on right now. You need to jump on and join us at David G. Evans 1. Our phone and numbers are 1-866-743-8267. That's 866-743-8267. Thank you for joining us from all over the world. It's toll free, 866-743-EVANS. 866-743-EVANS. You can give us a call as we talk about those things that matter to you. I want you to also welcome our world famous co-host, Reverend Nicholas A. Smith. Hey, man.
Good morning.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir. How you feeling?
Man, got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
We got to talk about, you know, the fact that some people are making a lot of money during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Billionaires are
Yeah.
racking it up.
They see the money in the crisis.
Yes, sir. And some of them is just where they were positioned before. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, everybody's ordering online, so those people are making money.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not something that I guess they would anticipate, but it happened this way.
Yeah. They're saying $434 billion richer.
Wow.
All of them combined.
All the billionaires combined?
Yeah, $434 billion richer. Yeah, Bezos was $34.6 billion,
Yeah.
and Zuckerberg $25 billion
That they made during the pandemic.
during this pandemic. Yeah, between March and mid-May.
Another 25 billion wouldn't hurt.
Not at all, and especially in what, in a 2-month period.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. And they didn't have to invest in anything. All they had to do was run their businesses, right?
Yep, and increase their ads.
Wow.
Everything.
So the billionaires' wealth goes up during the pandemic.
Yep.
Well, only people mad at people that don't have billions of dollars.
Yeah, look, I ain't mad at the wealthy for having the money.
No, man. I'm not upset with them at all.
I just wish the country would give some of the working folk some of the
A
same
little break,
benefits
yeah,
that they give them. That's all.
And I think one of the things that's going to be incredible is that this deficit that these stimulus checks are creating has to be paid for. It's either going to be in tax money that you owe the government when you file your taxes, or social programs that people need, but they're going to get the money back.
Absolutely. On top of the tax bill they did, what was it, last year? The tax cuts?
Yeah.
They still didn't even pay for that yet.
Well, look, the debt is up to some trillions of dollars where it's never been before.
Yep.
How do you think? Now, Republican Party has always been the pro-business party, but historically they have been the party that was against a whole lot of unnecessary debt.
Yep.
How do they justify now this is before the pandemic, the meteoric rise of debt under this administration? How do they? I know with other Republican administrations that I've experienced in life, the debt goes down during the Democratic administration, up during the Republican, and then the Republicans suddenly stop talking about it. So they're beefing while the debt is being reduced. They say nothing while it's being increased. So I'm starting to wonder whether it's a matter of debt or just a matter of who's in office.
It's a matter of who's in office.
Okay.
From what I was told, that they calculated this debt, so they knew it was going to come.
Okay.
But they thought that the benefit long term was going to be better than the debt short term.
Well, that never works
Which
out.
sounds like foolishness to me.
That never works out.
Yeah.
Because you have administration who has to come in, who has to cut everything back in order to get the debt under control. And we've seen some Herculean efforts by administrations in the past to get that done. But then it's always social programs that help the poor and higher taxes. They end up causing higher taxes, just not during their administration.
Absolutely. And then blame the next administration
For raising taxes.
Right.
When there's the cash register is the IRS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if people understood that, the cash register for the United States of America is the IRS.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you cut back what the cash register is bringing in, something else has to be cut somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not sure people get that simple. It's simplistic, but I think it's a very, very viable. So Manafort and those guys got out of jail because of the virus?
They got released early.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. Under the threat of the virus. And yeah. Now, never mind a lot of the petty.
How many guys are staying in jail, though?
That's the thing. A lot of the petty guys, they got caught with a thing of weed, and they're still in there.
So the weed guys are in there, but the guy that stole millions and millions of dollars and hid millions and billions of dollars from the IRS and all that, they're walking the street?
Go on home so we won't get sick, so.
Wow. Now they're on parole?
That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. I think some of them got early release.
Now I'm surprised they threw Kwame in there, but that probably was just add a little chocolate to the milk. Did I say that? Okay.
To even it out, make it fair.
Yeah, well, it's not fair.
Not fair, but
because you got 30,000 other brothers in jail that should actually be out.
Yes. Yeah.
1-866-743-8267, 1-866-743-8267. So, CDC comes out and says COVID is not easily caught easily caught. Doesn't say it can't be caught.
It can be. If you touch something, then rub your face.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
If you don't rub your face, you wash your hands, it'll go away. But remember before, I'm sorry, you gonna say something?
No.
But remember before they were saying that it can stay on the surface for like 4 days.
6 hours.
6 hours,
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, and people were scared to touch everything.
Mm-hmm. Which they still should be.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying don't touch anything randomly.
Yeah.
But they're just saying just make sure you wash your hands. But I think people were terrified to touch stuff because you didn't know any surface had.
Well, you don't know who's, and then you see those fools that some people took videos of on trains and stuff, licking their hands and rubbing the darn things you have to hold on to on the train and all that kind of crazy stuff. Just people
nasty.
are just nasty.
Yeah. Only to be a social media star and put stuff out there as a fun joke. I'm like,
do you become a star or do you become a pariah?
To me, you're a pariah. To me, you're an idiot. It's just like one moment fleeting of doing
it's
it.
worth that much to you to do that.
Yeah.
And then you decide others.
Yeah. Now, part of me wonders if they're doing this so people can. They want people to calm down some so they can start rolling things back into normal.
Yeah.
But I'm still washing my hands after I touch it.
Look, I had a conversation with a doctor. What's today? Thursday night. I believe it was Thursday, and I brought up what I thought was some logical assertions, and we talked back and forth about it. My big thing is that so many people that are asymptomatic. That, for instance, like the president is saying, you can walk around saying you feel fine and not be fine.
Yep.
So, I think it's irresponsible on the part of leaders to bring any mass of people back together.
Absolutely.
When you don't know, and the assertion that people that feel sick are not going to come is just silly.
Absolutely. They're going to come if they feel
Because
sick.
they're going to justify, or it's just this, or it's just that, or it's just the other thing. But the fact that they're asymptomatic is a problem for me. And the other thing that I'm worried about is that people are saying they feel better.
Yeah.
So just feeling better doesn't sound like a medical term for me that you got better.
Right. Right. It still could be in your system.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But, they're saying if you feel better, but you didn't feel bad before you caught it and you had it.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's just, some things don't make common sense to me.
Yeah. And then even people that get a test and you're negative today,
Mm-hmm.
we were on a meeting actually about this Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
If you get it today, if I test today and I'm fine, but then catch it tomorrow, I can walk around for months and say I'm good.
You don't know who you're around.
And I caught it a day later.
Right.
So
you test negative on Monday. You go to a meeting on Tuesday. Somebody at the meeting is sick.
Yeah.
So Wednesday you got it.
You got it.
And you walk around saying,
I'm negative. I'm negative. And that's the hard part about this whole thing.
Yeah. So we got to talk about the president.
Yeah.
You think he just wants to be able to say that he said it was okay?
Yes. To appease a certain group.
Okay.
I think it was to appease his base.
But all right, if he had a base he wants to appeal to, and religious leaders in that base still have to make a decision as to whether they're going to expose their people to danger or expose them to danger to please him.
Right. I'm with you.
To me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
When they open up the White House to tours,
Yep.
and he's letting them come in and out of his office, and
Right.
they're going up and down the hallways, and his family's greeting people that they never may see again.
Right.
Then tell me it's okay.
Right. Until then, no.
But you ain't open up the White House.
Not at all. And even the CDC got all the guidelines of 6 feet apart. And,
Yeah, man.
And so on. The church folk ain't going to hold to that.
I mean, come on, man. It's like asking people to wear a mask to the beach.
Yeah. They have it. And we talked
Folk
about
don't want those tan lines up here.
Right.
You got a tan line up here.
Yeah, looking all crazy.
Little untanned skin around your ear and all. Come on, man.
And look, we were people of faith. We believe God.
Absolutely.
But I heard something.
But we got some wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. The sovereignty of God does not remove human responsibility.
That's right.
Like, come on, y'all.
Every day.
But you saw those churches. They opened up.
Did they?
One church, the pastor and the wife had the virus and spread it to the members.
Huh?
Another church, somebody had
Recently?
Another person had the virus. Exposed 180 people. A couple other people in the church got the virus. So they opened church and had to shut it down the week after. They opened it, had to shut it down the week after because this exposure.
It's silly.
So why do that and have to just, for what?
Then it was the Bible is very clear about how serious God can get concerning the prophetic.
Yep.
And I heard about this guy in Africa who decided that the Lord had given him the ability to heal people with corona.
Yes.
Started having service, and he got sick and died.
Yep. Yeah. He laying hands on people with the virus and died.
That's just silly. The presuming the will of God on a thing, and because God is not, just annihilating people for presuming His will.
Yeah.
People think He's not equipped to do that anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and don't. Because you get stoned back then.
Yeah.
By the people.
Yeah.
By saying the Lord said, and I ain't really say that.
Let's talk to Frank from Camden. Hey, Frank. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How how you doing, Bishop?
Doing good, man.
All with you and your family and the congregation.
Everybody's good, man. Welcome to On Point.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to call in and talk about Kwame Kilpatrick. I believe he may have been let out.
He was.
Yeah, he was let out, and he has to go into 3-week quarantine. He was let out 17 years early.
Wow.
His date wasn't, if you read it, until January of 2037.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that may be a ploy to use him for the election.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To go out and speak all over the country.
And his crime was not that different from Manafort's and Cohen's.
That's true.
Yeah. I know some people from the city that he was the mayor of, and the stuff he was doing was, not uncommon. We are not unfamiliar with it in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Right.
Was that
right?
Don't forget Philadelphia.
Yeah. Was that a tactful way of saying that?
Yes.
Yeah. And Bishop, one other thing I'd like to bring to everybody's attention about Memorial Day.
Uh-huh.
And I never forget about the 64 former students from Thomas Edison that lost their lives.
Yeah.
It was the most from any high school in the nation.
Yeah.
So they called the Thomas Edison 64.
Yeah.
Yeah, right out of North Philadelphia.
Yeah. I haven't heard the Edison High School name in a long time.
Yeah, they have a new Edison High School now.
Do they?
Yeah, brand new.
Wow.
Yep. But Bishop, thanks for everything, and I hope you stay safe and healthy, and everybody in the listening audience.
You stay strong, stay safe, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks for calling us.
You're welcome, sir.
Angela from Lexington, Kentucky. Hey, Angela.
Good morning, Bishop.
How you doing down there?
I'm doing wonderful. Good morning, Pastor Nick.
Doing good?
Doing wonderful. I had to call this morning to talk about the play that I saw of the prodigal son.
Oh, Lord, they showed it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Did you like it?
Pastor Nick had some comedic chops.
We was having fun that day.
When he was trying for you not to hit him, and then he said he didn't hurt and you hit him anyway. you guys have such a chemistry.
Thank you.
A father-son chemistry that just comes out of everything that you do. And I don't know if you realize how healing that is for people to watch.
Really?
And I'm a female.
Okay.
I'm a female, so I can't imagine what a male, that either wants that or has that or sees that chemistry. I mean, that really ministers to them. Wow. And you guys do it effortlessly.
You know what's really strange, Angela, is that is not something that I believe we think about.
Nope.
It's just, Pastor Nick came to the church when I was a brand new pastor. So he was, if you will, organically grown inside of the ministry. He's not a free agent from outside. He grew up inside. And so we've known each other for how many years now?
Maybe 29 years.
29 years we've known each other.
Something like that, yeah.
And he's given me the privilege of being a not only a spiritual father but a regular dad to him too. Yeah. He actually comes to me. We've had conversation about things that you would have conversation about outside work.
Yes.
Over the years. So it's we don't think about it, but just recently when we did another video, Angela, they pastors were remarking, and some were even crying about the fact that they wish they had the relationship that we have, but we don't think about that. Yeah. He just works me to death.
Well, he's doing an amazing job. He's not working you to death.
Right. It's other duties as assigned right now.
Yeah, he takes other duties as assigned very, very seriously.
Not that, but keeping videos up, keeping them coming, your Zoom. I love the personal format you have where you two are on stage together. I try to catch that as often as I can. And you can tell that what you have is very organic.
Yeah.
But what it looks like to the audience has a very healing property to it.
I'm so glad to hear that. I don't think anybody's ever said that to us.
Never. I have no idea.
You always got some good insight, Angela. I tell you, girl.
Thank you.
Must be something in the water down there in Kentucky.
Right.
It must be, but you guys are doing an amazing job.
All right, now before you go, tell us the on-the-ground perspective of this Ahmad Arbery thing.
I think the thing that takes me back the most is the gentleman who filmed it to vindicate their actions. He's now been arrested.
I heard that.
And there's such a surprise that he is not considered an accomplice for filming it and for, bringing it forward so we could finally see the truth. He's been arrested, and the country seems to be shocked by that.
Shocked by the fact that he was arrested, or shocked by the fact that they planned it and filmed it on purpose?
Shocked by the fact that he was arrested. He felt so vindicated in taping it and showing it that he's surprised that he got prosecuted.
I'm not.
For being a part of that murder.
I'm not, because they had to plan it. They had to sit around and talk about it.
Oh, I'm not shocked. That group that they come under seems to be very shocked. Like, oh no, this was supposed to vindicate, this cold-blooded murder, but instead you turned around and arrested us. How can you do that? And I just shook my head. Shook my head. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that it's shocking that he went to jail, because when I saw the video, that's the first thing I thought. He should be prosecuted. Absolutely.
Because coincidences don't happen like that. He was there for. It gives the impression they were actually out hunting.
Well, it's been said. I read that the whole neighborhood saw him in the neighborhood, and they all started calling each other, saying, "What are we going to do about this?"
Because he was jogging.
Because he was in their neighborhood. And they said, "Oh, we're going to have to do something about this." And so the two gentlemen, the father and the son, said, "We'll go out. We'll go out and take care of it." And then the man that videoed it said, "Well, I want to make sure that you get vindicated in whatever happens." So he goes out with them. And so that's kind of how that.
Are you telling me that it never dawned on them they were planning a murder?
No, they were, according to what they're saying. And what's in their heart, we both know what's going on there. But he said he was just going out because he was trying to protect the neighborhood.
So how'd the shooting start?
Yeah, they had their guns with them. So, when the poor gentleman was faced with a gun, it's fight or flight.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna fight not to die. And as soon as he started the struggle, he was murdered.
That's when they're going to try to use the stand your ground law, which is crazy to me. You start the fight.
That's not standing your ground.
The person defends themselves. That's not standing your ground.
That's not standing your ground.
You chased him down, and they're going to try to use that.
That's the story, but I think we know the heart of the matter.
Yeah. Thank you, Angela.
All right, you guys have an amazing
Y'all stay
day.
strong here.
Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Talk to you soon. 1-866-743-8267, 1-866-743-8267. We're going to Elizabeth. You can give us a call. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. We should be coming up on a break any second now, and we will be right back.
It's the catalyst for change you've been waiting on. New Mind, New Me, from Bishop David G. Evans.
I want to be loved. Why do I take the person that loves me and kick them to the curb? I want to be wealthy, but I spend all my money.
You were created and given a slave, a doulos, a servant called your mind. Your mind is out of order when it questions your command.
If you are ready for true transformation, Bishop David G. Evans would like to bless you with the New Mind, New Me 4-message DVD set. Order today, and you will also receive Bishop Evans' national best-selling book, Healed Without Scars, as well as the Healed Without Scars music CD.
My mind's going where I tell it to go. It'll never go back. It's my mind. It's going to do what I say.
All yours when you visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480 today. Be prepared to watch a new you emerge.
Welcome back to On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. Live every Saturday morning on any smart device at David G. Evans 1. That's the number 1. You can give us a call, 866-743-8267. Let's talk. Let's go to Elizabeth from Sicklerville. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you?
I am great this morning. How are you, Bishop?
Doing great. What's your comment this morning?
Great. First of all, I just want to thank you and Pastor Nick for all that you're doing, and I want you to know that I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
My comment this morning is in Isaiah. There's a scripture that says God declares the end of a thing, from the beginning of a thing, and that took me back to the early church. Do you believe that one of the things that God is doing and working out in this season is allowing his people to go back to the beginning and while we're shut in and so forth, be empowered again with the power that we saw back then? I
believe you're right. I believe there's several things God is doing. The number one thing that God is doing during this season is actually putting the church, almost forced the church on its assignment as a missionary.
Yeah.
And that is to go. And once you go, that gives you the authority to ask people to come. So with this social media thing, absolutely the mission that Jesus talked about in the Gospels, go ye therefore, teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That mission of being a missionary, the primary, God is the first missionary.
Yes, okay.
In the presence of Jesus, he goes first. Then asks us to come.
Okay.
That's what gives you authority. Secondarily, I believe God wants his church obviously bloodstained again.
Yes.
And that includes resetting relationship, realignment in his will, but it also includes what I call the church finding its coin again. You remember the parable of the woman sweeping the house, trying to find this one coin. She had 10, she lost 1, and she had 9, but she searched feverishly for that one coin. I think there's a coin that we've lost. Healing, miracles, deliverance, spiritual warfare. I think that's the coin that we've lost that we need to find. And I think God is giving us time to do that right now.
Amen. That's great. I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Lastly, Bishop, I know what my definition is, but in this, what is your definition of a person that's reprobate?
Well, reprobate, and I love how the Bible describes things. The word reprobate actually means to sear. Now, as it relates to if you put a steak on the grill, the first thing you do is sear both sides of it. That seals all the juice in, but unfortunately, nothing can get out of it. Nothing gets out, nothing gets in, and that's a reprobate mind, a mind where nothing is allowed to get in and nothing obviously can come out. So it's a sealed mind, one that does not receive well. And God says, I'll give you over to that for a season. I'll give you, because he can penetrate it, but I'll give you over to that. You keep rejecting me, I'm going to let you go the way that you're trying to be predestined to go. That's why the reprobate mind is so dangerous, because you can think you're having your way and actually be reprobate.
My God. Yes. Okay, wow. Thank you so very much, Bishop.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Have a great day now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's go, Danny. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing?
Man, how you doing? We're doing all right for young and old people. What's happening in Florida, man?
Well, it's really chaotic and things that don't make any sense.
Okay.
And we're not getting updates anymore. How many people are with, the illness, and how many people are surviving, and things like that. And the beaches will open not on Monday, but they will open on Tuesday.
Okay.
And the craziness is that parks open, but certain things you're not supposed to do. But then you see more and more people without masks, without proper coverings that are out, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, based on what you're telling me, the first thing they did was stop releasing the data, and right after stopping to release the data, they opened up the beaches. Because I would think if I stop releasing the data, then I take some of the hesitation out of going to the beach. But the problem is that just because they have not released the data does not mean the figures are not still going up or whatever they're doing. But I think just when we're starting to see a decline, they're going to open them up, and we'll see some spikes again. But I want to ask you this, Danny.
Yes.
Don't you think they know that?
Exactly. It's all planned because we had a young lady that was in charge for the state of keeping the numbers and what have you, and putting them into the computer and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And she objected against the way that they were tabulating and calculating, and they fired her. They did in fact, Pence came down and was visiting with the governor,
mm-hmm.
and then he went off and he fired the young lady, and she said that it was all political because they said that she was not calculating properly.
They just found out that Florida and Georgia were lying about their numbers to reopen the state.
Wow.
They were manipulating the data to say the numbers were going down when they were actually going
exactly.
up.
They're going up. The numbers are going up. So they didn't follow the rule as to properly open because you have to have a decrease.
Yeah. So maybe I'm a little slow in the uptake this morning. If you hide the real data, the infections are rising. What possible good reason would you have for sending people back into crowds?
Because of the fact that they're looking at the dollars and cents rather than lives.
All right, but here's my problem. Capitalists need people that can go to work. So watch what happens. Watch how short-sighted this is. If the thing's on the way down and the stuff we're doing is starting to work, to send people back in the crowd sends it back up and creates another crisis of whatever proportion just a month or two down the road. I can't be the only one that's seeing this. So what is their reason?
Money.
But they're going to lose money again.
I know, that's the thing. Sometimes I wonder if they see labor as disposable.
I think you're right.
Somebody's always going to need a job.
I think you're right.
Going to keep cycling people in.
I think you're right. And I'm wondering why why they're targeting certain neighborhoods and why these activities that they're opening up are targeting certain income levels.
And it all goes back to something that Pastor Nick said at the very beginning, is that why are they sending people back to work? Now, a lot of people don't want to go back to work because they don't feel safe, number one.
Right.
Okay. Number two, do they have the money to pay for unemployment? And I know that within the state that I live in, they have not paid quite a few people. They have not received $1.
Really?
Yes, we had a gentleman that was protesting. He walked from South Florida to Tallahassee in protest. He didn't get very much coverage, but he's one of those people that are speaking out about the fact that he has not been paid.
So do you think, because there should be around 40 million people on unemployment right now, is that the roundabout number, somewhere around 40? I know it's 36 the week I predicted that there would be 30, 32, 35. So now we're looking at probably 40 million people, close to it. They want to get these people off the government payroll.
Exactly.
And they were paying these people full wages, I understand. You know what blows my mind about this, Danny and Pastor Nick? There was this, when it came to certain groups in our country, welfare was supposed to be a bad thing because it gave them a reason not to work. Mm-hmm. So they give us 100% unemployment, give you what you made. But did the logic go away that people would not want to go back to work? Because if I'm making all my money, why would I want to go back?
But the thing is that a lot of people are seeing through the falsehood, the lies that are being told, and they're not comfortable. They're not feeling safe.
Well, you're not going to be safe because, to me, this whole thing is about getting people back on the street, regardless of the fact whether it's going to kill them or not. The insurance industry is going to take a hit, or is taking a hit. The medical industry is taking a tremendous. These hospitals are running over. Yep. The urgent cares, all these things are at a maximum. Yep. So they're over. I think the next crisis we're going to have is an underfunding in the medical field. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to see insurance companies come back and say we need to raise the price on everything to make up for what this is all about.
It's going to be a recession, probably. Depression or something.
Look, you got debt through the ceiling. Mm-hmm. You're going to have major industries and the hotel restaurant industry is in serious jeopardy. Mm-hmm. So it looks like nobody's minding the store. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Because all the strategy just to get people back out on the beach, in gyms. This is what bothers me.
In the gym.
The gym, the beach, the park. Are any of those income producers?
Nope. Except gym for the state taxes.
And I love going to the gym, but am I going around other sweaty people?
No.
Huh? People panting on breathing all hard on the treadmill and all that.
You just need to clean up.
Come on, man.
Just wipe it down. No.
Come on. No. It's in the air, Doc.
Yeah, right. And that ain't bleach. That ain't.
No. Something's wrong. The whole picture is something wacky about it. Yeah. But then you've got people that are not behaving seriously. Yep. They're sick. They feel better. Let me go around everybody else in my family.
Yep. And put them all in danger.
Let me go into the store. I'm good. You don't know it.
You don't know.
And people are not covering properly. In fact, you see a lot of people out now, they don't even have it on. And I'm looking at people strolling down the beach. It's okay.
I talked to one of our members the other day, and she said her doctor insisted on her having an antibody test. It took a blood test follow-up, which I think a follow-up test makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because some people don't understand you can catch this bad boy again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And focus and think, no, it's a real bad cold. You can catch it again.
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Bishop, I want to thank you all again for the programs that you have been presenting to us that keeps us going. And Keith, I know me and everyone that I'm around, we appreciate the fact that it keeps you positive. You don't think about those various things that's going on.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it and we love it.
I'm glad, man. Tell sis I said hello, all right?
Will do.
I'll talk to you next time.
All right, Bishop.
Bye-bye.
All right.
866-743-8267. 866-743-8267. This is On Point, your number one Saturday morning Christian-based call and talk show in America. What you got, Pastor Nick? Anybody writing in today?
Over 40 million unemployment.
40 million unemployment.
Yep.
Okay.
They're saying this thing may come back in the fall.
The fall.
A second wave. They're not by the end of August, going to September.
You mean the second wave on its own?
Yeah.
Because they're getting ready to make another wave now.
Yeah, all that kind of building up to it. Yeah.
We got a man-made wave getting ready to come.
Yeah.
So president decides that churches are going to be open. Let's go up to Jonathan, then we'll talk about that. Yeah. Yo, Jonathan, how you doing?
Yes. Good morning.
You doing all right, buddy?
I'm doing very well. Yes.
Good. Glad to hear it.
It's so good to hear and see you on the video here.
Yeah. What's your comment this morning? What's happening over there in Philadelphia?
Well, what I wanted to say was I promised to say about Trump. The lady called up in my views on Trump. First, I have too much to say. Not just about him, but about hydroxychloroquine and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But the most important thing I see about Trump, the administration, and God, is that he's getting more and more negative with China.
Okay.
And I see this as God's management of the world to fulfill prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
And the prophecy in Daniel 7, where he's got the 4 beasts, and the 4 beasts are 4 kingdoms. And I see that as the lion with the wings of the eagle is America and England, and America and the UK, they were once, 10 years ago, they were very strong together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not so much.
Okay.
10, 20 years ago. And then the next beast is the bear with 3 ribs in his mouth. And it's a kingdom that's controlling 3 other kingdoms, but doesn't really own them, hasn't taken over.
Okay.
And I see that as Iran.
Okay.
The 3 are Iran, Syria, and what's the third one? Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Okay? Russia's controlling them. Russia, the bear, is controlling them, but hasn't taken them over. Okay?
Okay.
And then you get the third is the leopard with 4 wings and 4 heads.
Okay.
4 heads and 4 wings. This is a Chinese idiom for an organization, an entity that's very fast and very powerful.
Okay.
Okay? And that I see as mainland China, Taiwan, North Korea, and South Korea getting together, 4 heads and 4 wings. They still keep their armies, their air forces, whatever, but they become their own kind of country amalgamation.
Okay.
And they take over the whole world, but not before Russia is dominant in the major way. So I see America as pulling away from America, North America, South America, and there's a third. I don't know if it's Central America or Israel or what, but there's 10 with 7 are prominent and 3 don't have as much power.
Okay.
And I see Trump as initiating that to occur.
Okay.
So doesn't China own most of our loans, though?
Yes.
We owe them a whole lot of money, right?
Yes.
Okay. China? Yeah.
That's not somebody who would make a big
ton of money
out of, right?
We owe them a ton of money.
So one thing I see God is doing is using Trump to rearrange the world stage.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way or bad way?
Well, I don't like a lot of it. There's a lot I see happening that I don't like, but it's God's doing it for His own purpose. What can I say? I don't like a lot what He does in my life, but it's a lot of it ends up for good.
Everything else good, man?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good. Staying healthy, and a lot of information about how to be healthy, especially vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
But you're not hearing any of it in the from the White House, the media, whatever.
Because they don't want that to be the answer, man.
Right, and the really good lecturers on the internet, long-time doctors, good lecturers, they're having their videos taken down when they do talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, they are suppressing the good health information.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know more about masks you ever wanted to know,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing about any vitamins, minerals, anything.
Yeah.
They're not talking about it at all. It's totally suppressed, and I think on purpose.
I believe you're right, man. Got to move on now.
Okay.
Talk to you.
Pleasure.
Bye-bye. Looking for Pastor Moselle. Pastor Moselle,
Yes.
how you doing? Welcome to On Point.
Good. What's going on, bro?
Man, you in Newtonville?
Newtonville, New Jersey, brother.
That's down past Paulsboro and all that, right?
Oh yeah, past that. We're Atlantic County.
Now, I got something for you, boy. I got something for you. My choir used to do concerts in Newtonville.
Hey.
My choir used to do concerts in Dandridge Ensemble, man.
Newtonville, New Jersey.
Yeah, back in the day. Turn your radio down, Doc. You're getting the echo.
Oh, okay. How's that better?
Yeah, that's better. What's your comment this morning, bro?
Yeah, listen, man. This is my comment here. You know, I'm listening. I'm getting so many phone calls. Don't ask me why they're calling me, but they're calling me, pastors and other congregants of churches. You know, what should we do about opening up on Sunday and etc. I said, first of all, listen to what the president said. Okay, the president said that I am urging the governors to do so. He did not say for you to open up. He said, I'm urging to do this here. But if you really look at the language that was a manuscript, there's a lot of things that they're telling us, you know, not to do, such as not to have choirs, not to do this and not to do that. But my point is this here. Instead of debating what should we do, pray. Just pray. John, you know, tells us in, you know, the 10th verse and 27th chapter, you know, he said, my sheep hear my voice.
Okay.
Comma. Pause. Wait a minute. And I know them. Pause. Comma. Wait a minute. And they follow me. So follow Christ as you pray and he gives you utterance. It just doesn't make sense. To me, it's just another way to divide God's people.
What do you suggest that God's people should be listening for?
I believe that, you know, I love what you said about the Lord's coin here. I know a good word when I steal one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they should be listening for is God's direction, not the opening. Listening for the direction.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a brother say to me yesterday when he said, heard about the opening. He said, "Wow!" He said, "Look at God, won't He do it?" And I said, "Brother, you got to look again." What is your take on that?
Well, I said a little earlier to a young lady, I believe that the church is put in position to reconnect with some of the things that we have lost as a result, and I say we, I mean the Church Universal, has lost because some of us have allowed our brand to be diluted. We're like Israel in Egypt during the plagues, where God had to mark the houses because Israel had blended in so much, the death angel would not be able to tell the difference. I think that God wants us to find, quote unquote, that coin again, that we become obviously bloodstained again, obviously a church of power and deliverance, and that can only come with maximizing this time. And we're not in isolation because we're, quote unquote, alone with God. We're not in isolation. So there are things that God is trying to get to His church, and the number one thing that He's demanding now that we become missionary in our attack and our methods, that is going to people on these social media platforms so we can have the authority to ask them to come to the house. Whereas back in the day, we built a house and waited for them to come.
Right.
But that's not how God did it. God was the first missionary.
Yes, amen. Amen.
And sent himself in the form of his son.
Amen. Amen to that.
And that gave him permission to say, authority to say, come, all you that are heavy laden, come to me, get saved. That is the dynamic that we have been almost forced into. Gives me the sense that God was tired of us not being his missionary church.
Yes. And secondly and lastly, I want to to inform a lot of people, and I take nothing away from the nurses and the doctors and the hospitals and everybody else. Me being the director of spiritual care for a hospice agency, I think that hospice is being, left out on this because we're still going in these people's homes, where they're sick and where they are dying, and some of them are COVID, and we're going in there, and we're going in there, 2 a.m. 3:15 a.m. Things of that nature there. And being director of spiritual care, believe me when I tell you, Bishop, it's more to it than this physical ailment.
Absolutely.
The mental capacity.
Oh yeah.
That people. I'm talking about the saints that are kind of losing it.
Yeah.
And to try and restructure. This word faith is almost like whoa.
Yeah, I know, man. It's a challenge all over, and I think, I think, there are quote unquote stars in the news, and then there are those behind the scenes players that without them nothing could get done. Man, we got to go. I appreciate you calling. Call us again, all right?
Yes. Listen, I got to give a shout out for your unofficial goddaughter, Ariana, my daughter. She told me to tell you that she loves you.
God bless her.
And good morning.
Tell her I say good morning. Bye-bye.
All right, brother. Peace.
Last call of the day. It's got to be Daryl Bowers from South Carolina.
Hey, Bishop Evans. Hey, Pastor.
What's going on, man?
Hello.
Hey, man. Everything is everything down here. Let me tell you.
Doing good?
It's not. Yeah, we're doing good. We're trying to, hang in there. All is well. I just wanted to make a quick comment because I heard you saying about the churches opening up.
Yeah.
And I had a meeting with some of my constituents down here about opening up church, and they weren't really happy with what I had to say to them. I said to them, basically, I said, in the conversation we're hearing a lot about the constitutional right and this, that, and the other. And so I finally just said, well, God doesn't operate on constitutional rights or constitutional principles. I said, he's a kingdom principle God. I said, so first of all, you already missed the move of God. I said, second of all, I said, the most important thing that needs to be done, no one has said anything. I said, when in Exodus chapter 19, verse 10, God tells Moses to go back and tell the people to consecrate yourself. Get yourself ready to see me, because this is going to be a move that you've never experienced, because all you know about me is I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so if we don't consecrate our people going back into these churches, it's going to be church as usual once again. And you talked earlier about healing, about deliverance, about miracles, all those things God want to do in this next move. But the people have got to be consecrated before they go back into these churches.
And I think it's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
It's dangerous, and I think it's up to us leaders to give the people direction during this difficult time, to apply biblical wisdom, and it's a no-brainer to me, Daryl. There's a whole lot of internal work we got to do before we start worrying about coming back externally.
Exactly.
It's just. I don't know why there's a debate, but I realize some of the pressures that a lot of us are feeling, and a lot of what's pressuring us to go back is not spiritual; it's financial.
It's financial. Correct.
But people can't say that. So it takes strong leadership to lead correctly during this time, and of course, we all want to come back to church. We want to come to church like you wouldn't believe. But I'm not gonna let it happen. So we get another. We've only had 5 or 6 people with COVID and only 1 hospitalized out of all these people that we pastor. I'm not taking, and they caught it at work. I'm not taking any chances on somebody coming back in here and 1 or 2 people, feeling fine, but got COVID, and then we end up with 30, 40, 50, 60 cases. I'm not doing that.
That's right. That's right. And then it's a liability on us as the church.
Oh, yeah. And our church has never been closed. We've been open 24 hours a day. We just haven't been meeting.
Right, exactly.
We ain't, doors been open the whole time. but we just haven't been meeting together. Daryl, it's good to hear from you, man. We got to go.
All right, Pastor.
Look forward to seeing you soon, man.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try to make it after the summer.
All right, man.
Try to get up there.
Talk to you. Right. Bye-bye. This has been On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show. Go ahead, Pastor Nick.
Real quick, Abundant Harvest Catering, curbside pickup today.
Okay.
11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
Today, go to our website, gotobethany.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can click the menu, place an order. Again, curbside pickup. We're selling food today.
Come on, pick it up.
All right.
We got some good stuff, too.
Yeah.
For those of you locked out geographically, listening to us On Point, you want to become a closer connection to the ministry, you can go to us join us in our Connections Church. That's our internet church for those that are locked out geographically. You'd love to be here, but you can't. We got programs for you to get engaged, discipling, the whole 9 yards. So connect with us through Connections. And this has been On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., any smart device at David G. Evans 1. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.